We are just outside of Brinkley, Arkansas for our stop one of this trip. For the next week or so, we're going to be traveling down and then traveling back up, and we're going to be hunting ducks and maybe shoot some geese. Tomorrow morning we're hunting out of a pit in a rice field, which I'm excited about. Probably shoot some speckled-bellied geese along with some mallards and perhaps some spoonies. Perhaps some snow geese.
Just going like this and seeing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what was killed. Looking at what was shot this morning.
With our good friend and colleague, Luke Collins.
Luke, yeah. My hopes are high and my expectations are low. I'm pretty hard to disappoint when it comes to hunting ducks because my standard is you get up really early and you're cold and wet and tired for several hours and none of the ducks want to have anything to do with you. And you go home hungry and tired, and the weekend's been thrown off, but you were in the woods, and so that made it okay, and you make an excuse for it. And now I think we're gonna kill ducks, and I'm really excited. And worst case scenario is I'm outside on a Thursday with the boys, waiting for ducks.
Worst case scenario.
Is worst case scenario, and that's a pretty good case.
It's only up from here.
Yeah. It's only up, unless we end up in the hospital. Wouldn't that be crazy foreshadowing? If I said that now.
That's Mike. That's our neighbor. He provides our firewood and a little bit of wisdom every now and then when he gets to talk to him. We slide him a 20 every week and he brings us over some firewood and we keep the fire hot and yeah, kind of all works together. Sadie, come here. Sadie. Heel. Come here. Heel.
I was
Sadie.
sent me a video this
Heel.
morning.
Sit.
We were like,
This
kind of
is
ready for
Sadie,
better part of a half
also
hour.
known as Sadie Mae.
It was a lot.
She's my brother's dog, so I'm borrowing her.
I'm done.
But she is 4 years old, Silver Lab. I believe my brother got her in Mississippi, and she stays mad at the ducks, and she's got a nose for them, and she loves to get after them, just like us. So she's our companion around here.
The first morning started with a 5 a.m. wake up, some really bad black coffee, 2 dogs, and all of our buddies. Sounds early, but when you're used to waking up at midnight for a public land Arkansas hunt, 5 a.m. is pretty nice. It was still dark when we started moving. We got on our waders, made sure the dogs had their vests on, and loaded up to head to the pit. Once we got there, we started setting decoys. The water was calm, our hands were cold, but not too cold, and everything felt pretty good. We took our time getting everything right, and then we found our spots in the pit and settled in. We were in a 7 or 8 hole pit, and we had 7 guys and 2 dogs, so it was pretty tight. Most mornings you expect to sit there for a while and let the day wake up with you. But this morning we didn't have to wait long.
It's been a little bit since we shot a duck, but we've been shooting some geese. We've killed a couple teal, a pintail, and some spoonies. And a few specks, and it's about 9 o'clock. And we have banana bread and coffee. And we're having fun.
First one was good, a little slow, but better than a lot of hunts I've been on this year so far. I think we shot 6 ducks, 4 specks. We lost one in the rice, but the dogs had some birds to get for us, and good start. Fun to just be pretty relaxed and hang out with friends. Start off on a slow note so we're not wearing ourselves out quickly, but excited for what's to come. Good one to kick it off with, for sure.
I think this afternoon we're gonna go check on some spots for tomorrow, kind of pending what we hear from a couple people. And then we'll get a plan for the morning.
Yeah. Typically, evening hunts, we try not to hunt where we're gonna hunt the next morning to preserve rest for the ducks if they're resting where they're usually resting. So a lot of our evening hunts, at least for me, look like scouting and finding ducks where we haven't hunted and does not have as much pressure. So I'll come out here and just glass around and see if I can find ducks sitting on any of our fields that we don't necessarily hunt all the time, or we're not hunting during our trip down here. So, yeah, there's a bunch of snows out there.
So we're just driving around. We just saw a couple hundred ducks get up off this body of water. And they're probably just gonna come sit right back down. We're still several hundred yards away from them. But we're gonna see how they act and where they end up and what we're looking at.
They're in the dry field with those geese too.
Green-headed mallard duck. Yeah, they definitely didn't come right back.
No, they didn't.
But they did sit back down.
Some
pretty
of them
quick.
went in with the geese.
Another smaller group got up off of this field. Some just landed right. Let me see. A greenhead. And then there's. And they really are just hanging out with the geese.
Yeah. I don't see them hang out in the dry fields a lot, but
There are definitely some ducks in this geese.
We came out to set decoys for the morning and figured we'd bring guns just in case. And we have this spec call that none of us know how to use. And there was a goose, and said, well, I'll just scream at him and see. And he started coming in, and then he kept on. And I don't know if it had a thing to do with me blowing the call or if it was just an unfortunate goose desperate for friends. And he came in. He got shot, and then Sadie went and picked him up.
The truck was still parked by.
Oh,
Explain that.
Yeah. Truck right next to us. We're none of us are in the pit. We're standing out in the open in the sun. No guns were loaded. He just loaded a shell because this goose was 10 yards away, maybe, and then just shot him. Yeah, just one shot dropped him right in front of the pit. I want to think it had something to do with me. Probably not. I don't think it did. I think we got lucky. But we're going to see if we can make it happen a couple more times here in the next few minutes.
Probably have we have 9 minutes left. And we shot one speck, shot a mallard, and we found the speck that we shot this morning. So 3 more birds than we would have had. I think it's about right where you're at.
Yeah, maybe a little deeper.
And maybe a touch to your right.
Right.
That's what's happening. Holloway's being a bird dog with Sadie.
As the light faded and the sun sank, the hunt did too. We took a minute to soak it in. Sadie, on the other hand, was staring holes in the sky, waiting on another chance to get a bird. With a warm shower and some grilled duck poppers for dinner, we knew the hunt was over and we were ready to head back to camp. But it seemed like Sadie didn't quite get the memo.
The can fell.
Oh, well, we're still gonna unload.
Gosh, I'm getting covered in the shells.
Dude, you can't beat that. Sit on top.
This morning we hunted in the pit. Which one is that?
They call it
the house pit. Came back to the house, had breakfast, did a little bit of work, hung out, watched a movie, took a little nap. Probably about an hour and a half ago, something like that, we went out to set some speck decoys kind of behind the pit and some floaters out in the spread for tomorrow. And had probably 20, 30 minutes of shooting light left. Killed one speck and then found one that had been lost
This morning.
Lost this morning.
And we shot a hen mallard, but we didn't find it.
Yeah.
I thought the afternoon was cool. I don't do that much, if ever. Mm-hmm. And I think if we had done it earlier and thought about it quicker, we would have, we probably could have shot 8 specks relatively easy.
Yeah.
The ducks did it just like they should have, and we weren't even intending on it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the speck decoys, how they help us tomorrow, because maybe I'm being ambitious because that one speck came and did it, but I actually think speck decoys will help, because it seemed like they were coming to check us out today. Sometimes we could shoot them, and then they were deciding, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
But I think the decoys could help commit, and we have a call now, so.
Yeah, I think if they come over and they're hearing their friends and they look around and they don't see their friends, then see you
Then
later.
they leave.
Yeah. And there were we saw a lot more geese than we did ducks.
Way more.
This morning and this afternoon. I mean, the only ducks we really saw this afternoon were the 2 that came in.
This morning it was a little more balanced, and I think any day the ducks could just show up. I think Saturday and Sunday, once we're not here anymore, they'll show up in Arkansas.
Yeah.
In big ways. But we should have thought that organizing an 8-day hunt with 8 different people in 8 different places would fall apart eventually. But we had somebody that had something with their family come up last minute. We had to fill their spot pretty quickly. We did, and then we lost some permissions, sounded like. So anyway, now we're going to hang out here for one more day. Cool that Luke's letting us stick around and hunt tomorrow morning. And then we're going to Christmas in Stuttgart on Saturday. We're not going to hunt Saturday. And then we're going to hunt with Colton one of our engineers, and hopefully a couple of good dogs on Sunday, which we didn't plan, but
In Wiener.
Wiener, Arkansas. The schedule is still the same. We'll be in Arkansas the same amount of time. We'll just be hunting different places, and then we'll head to Oxford, Mississippi on Sunday. I'm excited to go to Oxford. I've never been.
Some are calling it the happiest place in the world.
Heard about it all through college and never did it. So so far I'm happy with everything we've done.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of awesome.
Hunting here's been really like relaxed, like
It's just, it's a different thing hunting public land because you don't sleep and you work really hard. And then like we show up here and we're hunting a pit that's, I don't know, what, like half a mile away?
yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not even.
You can be like blind bag and gun in the pit from bed in 30 minutes.
We woke up at 5 a.m., which is just awesome. Like you can't really draw it up.
And I
better.
think the fellas that get to hunt like this are used to that,
Yeah.
but we aren't.
I wonder.
And this is awesome.
Yeah, I wonder if.
This is work.
So, yeah.
You
I was thinking
know?
about that this morning. I was like, are you kidding me? What?
Yeah, this is cool.
And yeah, there just aren't like a lot of cooler jobs in the world. Like, can't be, really.